Okay, today we're presenting the Anonimo Militare Vintage Mod 2010-V. I'm showing two particular models here, the black dial, and it's like a pale yellow white cream. I'd say it's more of a white cream type dial. These watches are made in Florence, Italy. They're hand fabricated. They're running on a automatic movement. It's a caliber SW260-1, 31 joules, adjusted 4 positions, with an approximate 38-hour power reserve. The diameter of both of these watches is 43.4 millimeters. They're on a stainless steel case. The case is both satinated, which is this finish right here, and brushed. It has a extra thick sapphire crystal. The Militare collection from Anonimo is very unique, as if you notice, the crown is not at 3 o'clock on the side of the case, it's down at 6 o'clock. And it's surrounded by this mechanism which is attached to the strap. How this works, it's a very ingenious invention from Anonimo, which is patented. When you change the time or date, it swings out of the way, and the crown is now exposed, and you could set your time and date, and then when you put the watch back on your wrist, if you look, it automatically causes the crown to be pushed in. And the advantage to this is you can never have the watch on your wrist with the crown being left out, and therefore never have to worry about water getting into the watch through the crown stem by the crown being left out. This watch is water resistant to 12 atmospheres. The dial has a good amount of superluminova on the index markers and on the second hand, which is at 9 o'clock right there, that's subdial, as well as on the hour hand and minute hand. It also has a date display at 6 o'clock. These are handcrafted in Florence, Italy. Let's see here. The strap on these watches, on these particular models, are the waterproofed, they're very highly water resistant Kodiak process leather straps. I call these personally, I call them like an Italian tan leather strap. They're very heavy duty, very thick, and they can be submerged in fresh or salt water for up to 24 hours at a time. So they're essentially a waterproof type strap. They're on a loop and tang stainless steel buckle. And the case back on these watches are screwed down. Every single watch is individually serial numbered. The other thing I should point out on these watches is if you look at them, even though they're a 43.4 millimeter diameter case, which is really not that uncommon today. There's many 44 millimeter watches. These watches have an appearance to be much larger, and the reason for that is that the sapphire crystal, the dial area on these watches, go almost to the edge of the case. This is a very thin bezel here, which is a screwed down locking bezel. It does not rotate. But the edge of the crystal from edge to edge this way and this way, the diameter, almost takes up the whole case. So these watches have a much larger appearance, and they're typically very desirable because of that attribute. The new 2010 series from Anonimo also features the new torque screw to hold the straps in place. That screw is not a slotted screw like the old Anonimos. These are the new series Anonimos that have the new torque screw to help in ease of removing the strap. You don't need a third-hand tool anymore. Just 2 type torque screwdrivers and it'll unscrew. And at the time of this recording, these were around $4,050, which $4,050 is an exceptional price for a handcrafted watch made in Florence, Italy, running on a Swiss movement that's been modified to Italian standards.